is Shirley Tinsley. My matrix number is 180864. Today I'm going to tell about what will happen if a cow has eaten 500 grams of fertilizer grade urea. Our objective for this experiment is to identify the probable biochemical events which lead to the predicted outcome of the cow, and to apply the knowledge learned in lecturers and research to the case study for further comprehension and application. As the cow has eaten 500 grams of fertilizer grade urea, it entered the rumen first. We have hypothesis that the cow will die upon ingestion because, based on our research, the acute lethal dose of urea is approximately 1 to 1.5 grams of urea per kilogram of cow. The average weight of a cow is between 500 and 600 kiloliters. Therefore, the cow will be experiencing ammonia toxicity. This begins in the rumen, where the microbes were introduced to the non-protein nitrogen. Conventionally, the microbes would convert the urea into ammonia, carbon dioxide, and microbial protein by its enzyme called uracil. However, in this case, the cow had eaten an excessive amount of urea, which produced a highly amount of ammonia that caused change in the pH value of the rumen to be more alkali. On top of this, excessive amount of urea caused the microbes to not really convert to the urea into three products, especially the beneficial microbes protein for the use of the microbes. The microbial protein is normally utilized for the formation of bacterial protein, which is later digested by the cow to meet its protein requirement. The ammonia was absorbed directly into the rumen wall when it enters the bloodstream. The increase in the alkalinity of the rumen contains facilitated the passage of ammonia to be reabsorbed into the bloodstream through the rumen wall. The increased alkalinity appear to be most important factors that contributing to the high blood ammonia concentration called hyperammonemia and related toxicity in the cow consuming area. Typically, 20 to 60 minutes after ingestion of excessive urea, clinical signs begin to show. Those including abnormal pain, minute atomy, and convulsions occurs. As they become nearer, the cow may be hyperthermic, anoric, cyanotic, and dead is normally within 2 hours in the cattle. In these activities, there are some new words that I have learned, such as hyperammonemia, which is a metabolic condition characterized by elevated level of ammonia in the blood. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Siti Jasmina binti Sheikh Husainuddin, metric number 180880. We were given a case study. What will happen if a 300 kilogram cow is fed with 1 kilogram of ammonium sulfate? Urea poisoning will occur based on this case study, because for an average cow is about 400 kilograms, the ideal amount of ammonium sulfate intake should be 35 grams. But in this case, the cow has been fed with 1 kilogram of ammonium sulfate, which is a lot. So urea is basically a source of non-protein nitrogen, and nitrogen from urea is released in the rumen, and it will hence be converted into ammonia. With high urea intake, the ammonia levels in the blood ammonia will seep into the blood, and it will be carried to the liver, and it will be then converted back into urea, which will then be excreted out by the kidneys as urine. But in this case, there's an excess of ammonia, and high levels of urea in the blood, which means hyperammonemia, which means high levels of ammonia in the blood. Due to this, the pH level of the blood of the cow would be very high. It'd be more alkaline, and that's how the urea poisoning occurs in cows. This urea poisoning, it occurs very rapidly right after consumption of ammonium sulfate. This urea poisoning can occur between several minutes to a couple of hours. It's very quick. When urea enters the rumen first, there's these microbes in the rumen of the cow, and their function is to convert urea into ammonia. This with several enzymes, with an enzyme referred to as urease. So as I've said earlier, in this case there's excess of ammonia, hyperammonemia, and after consuming all this 1 kilograms of ammonium sulfate, the alkaline levels in the rumen the pH level in the rumen will be extremely alkaline due to the excess presence of ammonia. And also, due to the excess presence of ammonia, the microbes are not able to convert ammonia into urea. Hence, these are the biochemical processes that occur when a cow of 300 kilograms consumes 1 kilogram of ammonium sulfate. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Raja Aiman. My matrix number is 180878. So for this legs, we were given a case study which is stated that what will happen if the cow ate 500 grams of fertilizer grade urea. So I will be explaining the biochemical processes and the probable outcome which happened to the cow. So here we know the average weight of a cow is 500 to 600 kilograms, and it is stated here by one of the veterinarians did research about ammonia toxicity. It says that the acute lethal dose of urea is approximately 1 gram to 1.5 gram per kg of a cow to be the lethal dose. And so what happened was the cow ate 500 grams of fertilizer grade urea, in which it contains the NPN, which is non-protein nitrogen, and this will be converted. It means it is hydrolyzed by the urease, which is an enzyme by the microbes in the rumen to produce ammonia. So abundant amount of ammonia, which then will be absorbed inside the from the rumen, because this is due to the high alkalinity of the rumen, which makes the rumen being able to be more permeable for the ammonia to diffuse inside the bloodstream, and this would lead to hyperammonemia inside the cow. So normally 20 to 60 minutes after ingestion, the cow will show some clinical signs. These include exophthalmia, dyspnea, polyuria, tremors, incoordination, weaknesses, and abdominal pain. So the early signs include ruminal atony, ruminal tympany, and as the toxicity progresses, it shows more of the central nervous system signs, such as severe twitching, we have tetanic spasm and convulsion. And then as death becomes nearer, the cow would be experiencing dyspnea, difficulty in breathing, anuric, no pass of urine, cyanotic. This is due to the low, this is because of hypoxia, and then it's hyperthermic, really high in temperature. And it is said that the blood pH would increase to be more alkaline. And then it is said to be quite common that death of ammonia toxicity would be within 2 hours in the cattle. So therefore, I would say that what happened to the cow after it eats 500 grams of fertilizer, normally in an average cow, 500 grams is already considered very lethal, very chronic, very critical. So I would say that the cow will die within 2 to 3 hours. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth. My metric number is 175282. Okay, our case study is what will happen if a cow ate 500 grams of fertilizer grade urea. Okay, actually, the cow is expected to consume 1 to 1.5 grams of urea per kg of a cow, which is the weight of the cow is average was 500 to 600 per kilogram. Okay, for the process, the first when the cow consumes the urea will break down into two type, which is the carbon dioxide and also the ammonia. The ammonia will either utilize to two types, which is the first one to be ingested by the body of the cow to meet its protein requirement, and the next one which is will enter to the bloodstream and then go into the liver to be then transformed and forming the urea cycle and will form urea again. But in this case, when the cow utilize excessive fertilizer grade urea, the urea will then go into the bloodstream and will cause the rise in pH. That will cause high blood concentration. High blood ammonia concentration. That it will lead to death. So at the end, the cow will actually dead. And actually, typically it will 20 to 60 minutes after the ingestion of excessive urea, the clinical signs begin to show. This includes exothermia, dyspnea, polyuria, tremors, incoordination, and abdominal pain. So, okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sim Iling and my metric number is 180893. Today I'm going to talk about what will happen to a cow if it had eaten 500 grams of urea. Okay, don't be surprised that actually cows can eat urea because it is a common and economical replacement for proteins for ruminants. This is because the non-protein nitrogen that is found in urea can be used by the bacteria in the rumen of ruminants to produce amino acids. Studies show that urea can be broken down into ammonia during the normal fermentation process in the rumen, and after producing the ammonia, the bacteria will combine the products of combine ammonia with keto acid from carbohydrate metabolism to form amino acids, which is then used to form protein. This the amino acid formed from this non-protein nitrogen is similar in amino acid content to the normal protein that is formed using the normal form after the ruminant has eaten intact proteins. However, studies also show that an adult cow can only eat 45 grams to 113 grams of urea per head per day. Therefore, 500 grams is excessive to an adult ruminant, and this will cause serious effect to that cow that has eaten 500 grams of urea. This is because after the ingestion of excessive non-protein nitrogen, the non-protein nitrogen undergo hydrolysis and releases excessive ammonia into the digestive tract, which is then absorbed and leads to release of excess and leads to hyperammonemia or urea toxicity. The clinical signs of urea toxicity is characterized by uneasiness, tremor, excessive salivation, rapid breathing, incoordination, bloating, and tetany. And the last symptom is death. All these things happen is because excessive ammonia can cause rise in blood pH value, and therefore disrupting the normal function of the enzymes in the cow's body. Therefore, the cow will die due to highly excessive amount of urea ingestion. That's all from me. Thank you.